baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. Boss. I don't want to see...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Miami Dolphins. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and
that's 12. Exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
2nd and 12. Running out of the gun here, Burrito. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Sony Michel, his first carry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Give
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Michel. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The tackle by D. Ford. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. I ain't here like I ain't that savage.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Pats have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for the offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
The Dolphins ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that is incomplete here.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away.
For the Dolphins.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 55.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Samson Abukum in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And take it right on the 30. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots 7, Dolphins nothing. Matt Hawk in.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Bird to return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
34-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
That's it. Number 80. Great. 55.
Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. 3rd down here.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Here we go, here we go. 21.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
He was tackled at the
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st down, Dolphins.
Here we go, here we go.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Gain of 11 on the play.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pick.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Got a man open. That's Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10.
And they'll continue to look for more catches like that from N'Keal Harry. He was New England's first pick in the 2019 draft. Had a disappointing rookie season, though. Only 12 catches for 105 yards and just 2 touchdowns. With his talent and his potential, this team needs him to step up.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running out of the gun with White. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Newton, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Yards to go.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Folk is going to miss this to the right. Off target, it's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And it's Michelle once again. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Third and long, it's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Breida, the Dolphins.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mike,
Operating from the gun. Newton looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go. 13.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
1st down, Miami.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give to Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Breida, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Newton. He's got it to James White. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
1st down, here's White. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Newton. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. New England on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Sonny Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10. A give. This is Michel. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sonny Michel. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots are back within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Dolphins 17. Patriots 14.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Buchanan made the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
9 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run again with Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. From Breida. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. Now it's Bird on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw caught here by Bird. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Dolphins, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.